Fuss & O'Neill's engineers, planners, and scientists know that successful water resources projects require a commitment to delivering sustainable solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of each client.
We might have on one end a very simple drainage project, a catch basin to design. On the other end, we have wastewater treatment systems and pump stations, very multidisciplinary projects. So we're pulling from a lot of different disciplines within the company, and that's what actually makes our jobs really fun.
Before we even are hired for the project, we come up with these ideas. How can we solve these problems for a client in a unique way? And then once we get the job, we work with the client and learn more. And it's being flexible and moving till you get it fixed just the way they want.
We've always relied on calling up Fuss & O'Neill to help us out, give us some ideas, whether they come down and do some field studies out on the collection system or work at one of the pump stations or come here at the plant and help us either fix or correct the right way for our equipment to run or just replace it and get something new, something more modern. They've always been great with that.
At Fuss & O'Neill, every successful project begins with the best available talent.
Particularly in water and natural resources, we have people who are really at the cutting edge and doing innovative things, and it's a great team.
Everything from water resources engineering, hydrology, water quality, dam safety, watershed planning, watershed management, to ecological restoration, wetlands, endangered and threatened species. We also integrate a lot of information around climate change and climate change resiliency and adaptation.
From the simple to the complex, Fuss & O'Neill provides effective planning and counsel that's tailored to deliver the best outcome for every project.
Communication with Fuss & O'Neill when needed is, without a doubt, awesome. When we sit down and do our budget, we sit with Fuss & O'Neill, see what the plant needs, and I'm always getting options.
Fuss & O'Neill partners with municipalities to collaborate on opportunities like the State of Massachusetts MVP program.
MVP is the state's climate resiliency program, and it stands for Municipal Vulnerability Preparedness. And we've worked with about 20 communities now, going through the planning stage of that process, which means bringing in stakeholders and thinking about how climate impacts are going to affect communities' infrastructure, their environments, and societal aspects. And through that process, we're helping communities to come up with a list of prioritized actions. And then the next phase is to pursue MVP Action Grant funding.
Fuss & O'Neill delivers works of life that restore and improve communities today and also prepares them for the future, assisting towns like Coventry, Rhode Island come back from historic flooding.
The town worked with the Natural Resources Conservation Service, which is part of the U.S. Department of Agriculture, to secure about $3.5 million of funding. And our proposal focused on a unique approach on stabilizing that tower because there was a lot of risk trying to rebuild that foundation. And we went back to what was historically here and restored this river rock bottom that things can live in, but also more resilient than concrete. Really what this project does is it makes these properties viable for the long term. So the investments they're making in the properties are good for many, many years in the future.
If you have all the little pieces and if you put them together the right way and you can make a whole better than the sum of the parts, that's the type of thinking Fuss & O'Neill lets us do, and we really create some really beautiful solutions.